Chupa kafno bata baska guancha hapatitoki.
R2! Oh, thank heavens! I thought I would never find you. And where have you been? I told you not to wander off. Fine. Go that way, you nearsighted scrap-pile. He'll soon wish he'd listened to me, that malfunctioning little rust bucket.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates. Seems like the intro music was dead for some reason. Sometimes that happens. I still don't quite know why. But I hope you guys are all doing good, my friends. This is the monthly Senate Q&A that I do once a month, answering my senators' questions, both here in Discord and of course in the chat as well. A lot of senators in the chat. JP, Hybrid, Gustav, Inforcade, Matic, GTH, Eric, Matt, good, Janice, good to see you all. How are you doing? I actually caught a bit of a cold today, so my throat, I actually started feeling it during the stream yesterday, how my throat was starting to get worse, and then today it hurt quite a bit, so maybe not the best day to do this stream, but I was like, whatever, I'll pull through. Hopefully I won't start coughing too much or something during the stream. We'll see. Andrew, Stefan, Beck, Thomas, Webby, Daniel, David. Good to see you all, fellow senators. Grandma of Shields. If you have a cold, get some soup. Well, it doesn't really help. Like, I know people say, oh, get some soup. It doesn't really help. Again, I've taken some, what are they called? Cough or tab. I don't know. Do you think you like they make your throat feel better, a little bit better at least. Yeah, I watched the first half actually of Portugal, Uruguay, and honestly, I think Uruguay is gonna win that. Portugal had nothing in terms of offense, and Uruguay, how do you pronounce that? Felt just so much better. So I would be very surprised, if they do not win. To be honest, are we still on 200 senators like yesterday? Let's see. Yes, we are at 201 senators. Beautiful. Oh yeah, Matic, by the way, thank you for those $2 yesterday after I turned off the stream. Oh yeah, Info Arcade. I haven't opened that up yet, but I know what it is. It's basically... And because I'm gonna open that up for my unboxing video, which I said I was gonna record today. I was busy, and then when I got home, Jimmy wasn't here, so he couldn't help me film it. I hope he's gonna be home tomorrow, so maybe he can help me out and film that unboxing video. But basically, it's one pack of all 22 something flavors, and a couple of shakers and some other stuff. I'm also waiting for the new, what's it called? Raging Gummy Fish flavor as well. But yeah. France beat Argentina. Yeah, I didn't watch that game because I was out in town when that happened. But I saw the highlights afterwards, and that must have been a very good game considering it was 4-3. And yeah, you're right. We don't need slow mode today, so let me disable that quickly here. That was just for yesterday when we had like almost 2,000 people watching the stream. Let me see here. Boom. Slow mode is gone. Should be fine now. Are you sure? Wait, do senators actually ignore the slow mode? I'm actually curious. What if I put the slow mode right now to like... 1 second.
I caught a horrible diseases yesterday. When I went to the doctor, he said that the diseases was called autism and said symptoms like major distress could have caused it.
Okay, it just cut off the message right there, but Stefan, you shouldn't joke about that. Whatever. Yeah, I know, the roadmap will probably be at least half the questions today that will be discussed, but we'll see. Oh, so are you sure you ignore it? Okay, let me, I don't know why it cut off, probably because it was too long or something. I'm honestly not sure, Stefan. No one still understands... how that works, but let me see here. So if I enable slow mode now and I put it at like once every minute, boom. Let's see if you guys right, so can someone write 2 messages in a row right now? Let's see if that works. Okay, good. Okay, confirmed. You do ignore the slow mode, so it doesn't matter if I have it on right now or not. But yeah, let's get into the Discord questions first, like always. And again, if I miss something in the chat, feel free to re-ask it once I switch over to the actual chat questions. How was June? June was very good, JP. EA Play, obviously the highlight, meeting a lot of old and new friends there, which was fantastic. As for Battlefront, it's been okay, I guess. I mean, we got some new content with the Han Solo season, but not too much of a bright future of the game. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. We've got some good stuff coming, but it does not feel like... well, we'll get into that later, okay. I'm not gonna start the first question out by discussing all the things about Battlefront's future and whatever. But June was good overall. Did you watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Webby asks that. I have actually not seen that yet. I have some movies to catch up to. I watched Deadpool just a week ago or something. I'm seeing Ant-Man next week with CJ from DICE. So I'm looking. That movie looks pretty good actually. I did not like the first Ant-Man too much, but I'm excited to see the second one. Why is Norway better than Sweden? It is not. I like how Andrew says Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is awful. I was so disappointed. I think that's the movie that I've heard the most like different reactions. I've heard people say I walked out of the cinema because I was so disappointed. I've heard people say it's the best Jurassic Park movie since the first one. I have had so many mixed thoughts about it. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What rating does it have on IMDb? Let me check. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It has 6.6. So how much did the last one have? Jurassic World has 7. Okay, so the last one was a little bit better according to IMDb, but yeah, I'm probably gonna see it. We'll see. Do you think you should limit the amount of questions that one person can ask? I have thought about it, but enforcing that is a little bit tricky. I hope I won't get one of those 40 questions in a row, because I'd rather have quality over quantity, you know? But we'll see, Marcus, we'll see. I'm still on Lemonade, because I haven't opened up the package, Crew Circa, so I'm rocking that Lemonade now for a few weeks. I don't even know what that means. Didn't someone say that in a stream, and I was like, KMS, what does that mean? KIMS. I don't even know what that means. I just googled it and nothing showed up. It showed it's a snack company in Denmark. Whatever, I don't even know what to say answer to that. When will you add new players to Origin? I'm not quite sure because my list is completely full, and I recently cleared out a lot of people, so I don't want to have to clear out new people and so on. But oh, 1-1, really? Portugal scored. Actually, I should probably put on alerts. I always disable the alerts when I watch the game, because the alerts are always before the stream for some reason. So I don't want them to spoil the actual game. But if I'm not watching it, I might as well have the alerts on. Who? Oh, really? My app hasn't even updated yet, actually. Pepe scored from a corner. Oh, interesting. Why is it not? I'm surprised it's not. Usually the app is before on the TV and the streams almost. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Now it showed up. But it's still slow. Still says. There we go. TBD. Oh well. How was EA Play? Like well, I answered that question a bit up, but it was great. I had a lot of fun hanging out with both old and new friends, so it was great. What app sends you alerts? I'm using one called FootMob, or wait, this thing's called FootMob. Let me see, just double check. Yeah, FOTMOB has all the football games, so I use it just to track both local Swedish teams and World Cup and such. Is Obi-Wan out yet? Was asked 1 month ago. No, it's not. Do you think we're going to get Kenobi, a Star Wars story? Probably, hopefully. I don't know. It's hard to guess. I'm leaning more towards yes than no, at least. What would be your perfect Season 3 for Battlefront 2? Well, this was all before EA Play was announced, these questions, so I would say basically what they have already announced, but sooner. Simple as that. What they have announced, you know, is 4 heroes, a new non-linear game mode. Basically that, but sooner. What would you want to add another? Would you want to add another game mode, and what type of game mode would you want it to be? Well, basically that. The non-linear game mode, that will hopefully be a lot like Conquest. That's what I felt like when I play Battlefield 5 now. I was not a huge fan of the whole, what's it called? The, what's it, the new, I don't remember what it's called right now, but the other game mode, which is like Galactic Assault-ish, the linear game mode. But when I went to Conquest, I had a blast because I've missed having one of those non-linear game modes, and that's what I want in Battlefront. Grand Operations, yeah, that's the name. If you got to choose one of these donuts, which one would you eat? Is Owen here, by the way? No, it's not. I think I'd probably go for the chocolate one. It depends on what I'm in the mood for, but I don't actually know what this is. Like, I've never seen a donut look like this, but I'd probably go for the chocolate donut up here. As unlikely as it would be if Solo and then Episode 9 flopped, what do you think would happen to Star Wars? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, Solo, I wouldn't say it flopped, because it did good in terms of reviews, but it did not get enough revenue. I just realized Owen has a GIF as a profile picture. Look at that. Oh, that's Thor from, that's awesome. Oh well. If Episode 9 also flops, I'm not quite sure what would happen. I'm really unsure. I think maybe they would. Oh well, if Episode 9 flopped, I think Kathleen Kennedy is gone. That's for sure. If it doesn't happen sooner. And Ryan Johnson. No wait, no, he's not doing the Episode 9 anyways. He's doing that's J.J. Abrams. So I think that's basically what's gonna happen. Would you be willing to ever try Fallout games on a stream in the far future when you have your non-Battlefront channel / content fleshed out? Potentially, when I get my of the Battlefront series up and running, I will do both IRL and get non-Battlefront gaming content. So we'll see. Again, if there's something I miss in the chat, just repeat it once I get back to the chat questions. It's always easier to do the Discord first and then do the chat. Are you human? No, I am a Duros in disguise. Can you please tell me how to promote my YouTube channel? I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know. I didn't do a lot of promotion. It should come naturally. You shouldn't have to promote it. It's tough. It's really tough to start off. I think I did some cheap tricks with the promotion to get my first 1,000 subscribers, which I don't think that works today. But basically, I literally had a top comment on the Battlefront announcement teaser for the first couple of months by having all my accounts upvoted. I have like 5 or 6 old channels, and then everyone else. Then it gets a little bit higher up, and then everyone else upvoted it, and it got a top comment. And it wasn't. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say like. I didn't say something like, "Please subscribe to my channel," but I just said something like. I basically made a summary of everything we know, and people saw my name and they clicked on it, so I didn't have to actually say like, please check out my channel. So that was a neat trick I did to get my channel seen on the Battlefront video without actually asking for people to check out my channel, and that probably helped me a little bit. But that doesn't really work anymore because the top comment system is completely different. But oh well, that's about all the trick I know. Favorite food? I can't really pick one favorite food. I love Asian food. Basically, like my favorite flavor combination, if anything, is like lime, chili, and cilantro all together. Whether it's in tacos or it's in some other dish, it's delicious. Oh, Uruguay. How are you guys getting so quickly? Like okay. So when they got their first goal, my phone said it got a goal, and my TV showed it like 2 minutes after. So if you guys are getting it even before my phone, that means my TV would be even further behind. But yeah, Uruguay played a lot better the first half, so I'm not surprised that they're retaking the lead. Hello to Joshua. I did not order the Palpatine figure yet, because like some of you said in the chat, I should probably ask them first if they want to sponsor me or send it for free, because then I can use that money to, for instance, buy the Thanos one. But within at least a week or something, I will at least probably have an answer from them. If they say yes, I'll order something else. If they say no, I will order the Palpatine figure. But I will tweet it out or post in a Discord once I do. So yeah. Which is better than Norway or Denmark? I think I'd probably have to pick Norway there. But I don't know. They have their both strengths and weaknesses. Like Denmark, you can't understand a single word they're saying. Norway has the oil. I don't know. Why is that a question like every stream right now? Norway or Denmark? But I think I might go for Norway. How was EA Play? Were you disappointed or impressed by the Battlefront 2 Season 2, 3 and Battlefield 5 reveals? Okay, so this was basically posted before we knew. I was definitely impressed by the Battlefront 2 reveal. I think we all were, more than we expected. It's just unfortunate that it got pushed back so far with the roadmap now. But at least just speaking about EA Play, it was a good reveal. And I love the Battlefield 5 trailer. All I could think, I actually got goosebumps when I watched it there, because you know they have a massive speakers in there. But I was like, why did they not start off with this reveal? Why was that not the first trailer they showed? Oh well, oh well. Do you know the Swedish metal band Ghost? If so, what do you think of them? Yes, I actually did listen quite a lot to Ghost. I've seen them 2 or 3 times live, but I kind of got bored of them, I would say. I haven't listened much for them for last year. My sister is a huge fan of them as well, but yeah, it's a pretty good band. I actually knew a guy who knew the singer, or know a guy who knew the singer, or knows the singer, I'm not sure. How much money would it take for you to play the game you hate the most? I don't know. I'm not sure what game that would even be. I don't really have like a hate game or something like that, you know? I'm not quite sure. Who is Zetro and where is he from? I don't know. Zetro is one of my senators, but I don't know where he's from, and I'm not sure why you're asking. This might be a controversial one, but what's your stance on people who appear in Star Wars movies feeling like they have to shut down their social media accounts to feel safe? Do you feel it reflects badly on the community as a whole and makes it harder for those fans who genuinely love the franchise? Yeah, I think it sucks that they had to do that, because there's one thing if you're a bad actor, there's another thing if you get thrown into a really bad character. I know this refers to Rose, obviously. I thought Rose was a really bad character, honestly. And it wasn't the acting, it was what she said, which is not something the actor chooses, and what she did. So I always thought Rose was a bad character, but it never. I never even thought about. Oh damn it! I don't even remember the actress name right now. But I never thought, oh man, I gotta go and post a comment on her Instagram or Twitter or something because I hated Rose. Like that connection doesn't make any sense to me, because the character was bad, the actor wasn't. So I just don't understand those kind of people. There's so many shitty people in the Star Wars community. Well, there are in most communities, to be honest. So yeah, that's my train of thought. Voice your concerns about a character through whether it's media or something like that, but never. It's the same thing in Battlefront. Don't freaking target Ben or the developers. They're not the ones that are doing these decisions. Same thing as Kelly Marie Tran is not the person who decided how Rose was going to be in the movie. You know? Oh well. I think I might have to go to the toilet very soon. It might be a toilet break updates. I felt something in my stomach before I started, and I was like, no, I'm fine, and now I'm like, oh shit, I should have gone to the toilet. I think I had Burger King to lunch, and it felt like the burgers I had were not the freshest. We'll see. I'll endure for a few more minutes, and we'll see if I have to rush to the toilet or not. If I suddenly should just run to the toilet, you know why, okay? In that case, blame Burger King. Too many Nvidia GeForce updates, indeed. This is asked before EA Play announcement. When did you first find out about what was revealed during EA Play, and what was revealed during EA Play? What was your initial reaction to it? Like how much you were or looking forward to it, and how you thought the community would react? I actually, well, I got told at EA Play, like, you know, I tweeted out I had dinner with like Alex, Molly, and Dennis, and obviously he told us what was gonna come on that Friday. Like, he wasn't gonna sit there and be like, oh, guess what we're revealing this Friday. So that's so I was like, okay, this is great. I think the community will be happy, and you were. So that's how far ahead I knew it. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to go to the toilet, guys. I will be in the chat, okay? I can answer some questions in the chat. Ask some questions in the chat that I can answer on my phone while I'm on the toilet, okay? And we are back. Why is everyone replaying this? Why are you all replaying this? Seriously, Burger King, get your quality together. Seriously, not okay. Did you wash your hands? Always wash my hands. Who doesn't do that? I hate when people don't do that. That's nasty. Okay, seriously, I gotta tell you, why is Burger King... Is that replay bugged or why is it... No, there we go. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better in 4Arcade. Burger King, I don't know what it is with them here in Sweden. I'm curious. No, Burger King was not better than Five Guys. So here in Sweden, it's like we have three big burger chains. We have Burger King, McDonald's, and Max. And the thing is that Burger King, for some reason, are so much worse in terms of their service, and like both McDonald's and Max have these, like, you know, you go up to a station, you just pick what you want and you pay, and they deliver, or they like you can just collect it basically. Burger King does not have that, and their personnel is like, I'm sorry to say, but they're stupid. Like every time there is an issue there, and I'm like, it's not just me exaggerating or something, but it's always an issue there. Like I had a friend of mine say, "Oh, can I get the student discount?" It's like, we don't have that here. Like, yeah, you do have student discount. No, we don't have a student discount. And he was like, go talk to your boss then. Okay, we do have a student discount. Like, are you stupid? Every single place here in Sweden has that. And today I was like, I told my friend when we were in the line, like, there was always an issue here. They're always so stupid here. I promise you. Watch this. And then we order it, and I tell her, okay, I want 3 of this burger, a Coke, and a water. And for some reason she charges for the water, which I've never ever had to do before. But then she puts in 4 chili cheese 6-packs when I asked for 3 burgers. And then she puts in 2 Cokes instead. So I was like, I can't be bothered. I just paid. Then I was like, okay, so you added an extra Coke that I didn't ask for. The discount, yours, like the 2 for 20 you were supposed to have, didn't work either. You added 1, like, I don't understand. How hard can it be? Why? It's almost like they take people who want to work at Max, and McDonald's, and they're too bad that they get, I don't know, they don't get past the interview, and then they get to work at Burger King, because there's always an issue at Burger King. It's like you can't even order a simple meal, and it's always going to be some type of issue. It's just like, it's almost fascinating to me how there can always be, because I like their burgers, they have some good burgers, but it's confusing to me how this, like 90% of the time when you are at Burger King, there's an issue all the time. I think I paid maybe $3 or $4. I was supposed to, well, what I bought should have costed like $6 or $7, but I paid 10 or something, I think. And I was like, I can't even be bothered. I can't be bothered to like even try to get a refund or something. I would have been there for an hour, you know. Oh well, let's get on with the questions. Was it only me who was shaking after the reveal at EA Play? Well, since I already knew roughly what they were gonna reveal beforehand, I wasn't shaking the same way, but I was very excited at least. Which hero from the ones announced for the Clone Wars season are you most hyped for? Probably General Grievous, I would say. What do you think of the roadmap if it's been revealed by now? Well, yeah, you already know. It was disappointing. It basically had everything we knew was coming, but pushed back further. Not much more than that to say, but we'll probably discuss it more later. Did you know in advance any of the content announced during EA Play? Well, like I mentioned, we knew a few days ahead about the stuff for Battlefront 2. Roughly what was going to happen. Not exactly, but oh well. Do you think we will get our first glimpse of gameplay of Jedi Fallen Order at Star Wars Celebration next year? Maybe along with a trailer too. Yeah, that's actually my guess, because they did say that it was going to be next year, right? That we get more information, and in that case, it does seem like April would be the best place to reveal the first trailer, maybe, and then honestly, I think my guess is that Star Wars Celebration next year, they will be revealing Jedi Fallen Order with a trailer, and then at EA Play they might be showing some gameplay of it. That's my guess, if they're gonna go for the holiday release. Do you think the new large-scale mode will be 20 versus 20 or 32 versus 32? I probably think they're gonna stick to 20 versus 20. I know there's a lot of performance when we're talking about how many players they have, and I could be wrong, but I think it's gonna be 20 versus 20. Have you enjoyed the World Cup so far? Yes. I have enjoyed it very much, especially for Sweden's part, obviously. Who do you think will win? I think probably Belgium will win. That's my guess, actually. I mean, I feel like Sweden has a chance to get further than I could possibly have guessed. Like, we could even get to the quarterfinal, and it's not even that unlikely that it will happen. And if we get into the quarterfinal with something like England, we've beaten England before. We can beat them again. That's so, like, I don't know. I am very excited for the quarterfinal. I mean the 16th qualifier or whatever it's called. So yeah, a little reason I want Sweden to win is so we can shave off Hank's hair on stream. But we'll see. Will you have a meet-up at Star Wars Celebration next year? When? Well, I have no idea when, because like that's gonna be announced probably a lot closer to the event when we actually know all the panels and everything. But I will have a meet-up there, guaranteed. We're actually looking into, like I said before, I don't know if Jake is here right now. Jake, the absolute legend, got tickets to both me, Alex, and Molly. Super kind of him, and we're currently looking into like living and stuff. I have a reservation at the same hotel as CJ and Guillaume, just as like a backup in case we're looking for, maybe we can get an apartment that all of us share and so on. But I do have tickets. I do have a place to stay reserved. All I need now is a flight. But again, if we're lucky, we'll actually get invited by EA. But I was like, I enjoyed Star Wars Celebration so much last year that I wanted to make sure that I can go. I've been at two years in a row now, all thanks to EA. But they always ask you so last minute that you can't really take it for granted. So I was like, let's do what I can to at least secure up something in case I don't get invited. So yeah, we shut down Italy, we shut down Mexico, we will shut down every single big team that stands on our way towards Hank getting a shaved head. Indeed. Have you heard of or watched Video Game Donkey? Yes, I have probably watched. Well, I need to kind of. I know Video Game Donkey. Has he made anything on Battlefront?
They're saying all the DLC is gonna fuck it up. Number one issue with this game right now is that
my headset is turned off, it seems like.
It is completely fucking broken.
Oh yeah, I've heard that guy. He's like one of those who likes to make the kind of whiny hate train videos, right? If I remember correctly. That's fair enough, but I mean, it's not someone you'd go for serious reviews, right? I could be wrong. I just heard a little bit, and yeah. Why does the Discord server only have non-sponsors and rules section for me? I've linked my YouTube channel and do not have full access to the server. Anthony, when did you do that? Because I need to like sync this. It's synced. Okay, there we go. Now it's synced again. So try again now. It should be working. If you if you linked your account today, try again. He does more shit post content. He's heavy satire. Okay, fair enough. In that case, I don't know. I don't remember. It was a while since I watched any videos from him. But yeah, I know who it is. Do you think we'll get the stats page during summer or in fall at the same time as Clone Wars season? I don't know, man. I feel like so many things we should get, so many things they've mentioned. I don't know if it will ever be arriving or not. I don't know what to say, really. I really hope we get the stats page, but I don't have my hopes up, unfortunately. What are your thoughts on this Icelandic commercial? That's a Swede. What? Let me see here.
Pabbi, þú ert hálfsænskur og þess vegna ætlum við að vera Svía með þér á HM.
For Sverige?
What? I'm so confused.
Finnsson.
Why are they dressed as Swedes?
Och ris. Ja, på det sättet. Ja. Man är fram.
I'm so confused.
Vem hejar du på? Netto. Billigt för hemmet.
Why is... I'm so confused. Why... I don't know. Maybe if you understand Icelandic, you'd understand the commercial, but I was like, what does that have to do with Sweden? I didn't understand it. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense if you don't understand language. Do you think they will make so if you buy the Cyberbuck skin for Rebels, you will also get it for Resistance? Not sure, really. If that's... I don't know. What's the worst meal you have ever eaten? Probably surströmming, if that even counts as a meal. But if we're just talking about like something that really smelled and tasted absolutely horrible. But I don't know actually otherwise.
This is Mike H here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content.
Thank you very much, Jonas, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Is this Mike H here? Your name is Jonas. What are you talking about, Jonas? Why are you saying Mike? But thanks for doing my intro, or thank you. You're doing more promotion about subscribing than I am myself. So much appreciated, Jonas. What's the... How far back can you remember being a Star Wars fan? I don't know. I remember when I was a kid and my parents had, you know, Revenge of the... I remember Return of the Jedi being my favorite Star Wars movie when I was a kid. Mike Hunt. I get the reference. What? I don't get the reference. Mike H. I don't know. Oh well. Yeah, so they had all the movies recorded on, you know, this VHS tapes or whatever, VHS cassettes or whatever you call it. So it was like handwritten Return of the Jedi on them. So yeah, I remember that and being like, oh, I want to watch it again. I can really strongly remember how much I enjoyed Return of the Jedi in particular. It was definitely my favorite when I was a kid, but then it obviously changes when you get older. But yeah, that's as far back as I can remember. Mike Hunt, is that the guy from... Wait, are you guys making me say... Oh my god.
Yippee!
If this doesn't work, rip my money.
Screw you guys, okay? Oh, why are you guys so annoying? Thank you very much, Marik, for the €7 super chat, my friend, and congrats on becoming that stream boss. Beautiful, beautiful to see the Senate representing their Senate icon shining on the stream boss plaque. Thank you very much, my friend. Man, but you only wrote Mike H. Hunt. No, Mike tilde Hunt. No, Mike tilde Age. How did people... I don't even know. Oh god. Oh well, I got tricked. What Star Wars movies do you want to see in the future? I want to see something with Palpatine's origins or Darth Plagueis. Obi-Wan, I would love to see Cad Bane on a movie, in a movie. Mike Zero. Jonas, what are you? And while we're talking about Mike Gifford has joined the Senate. Thank you very much for joining, my friend. Good to have you here in the Senate. Hope you get a warm welcome from all the senators. Beautiful chat right now. And don't forget to join that Discord server as well. Thank you for the support. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think it is that we will get an Old Republic season? I realize it won't come, if it ever does, before 1.5 years, if not 2 years after launch of the game. I think it's very unlikely. Borderline, never gonna happen. I don't think so. I think it's very unlikely, because it would have to be an entirely new era and everything like that. So, yeah, I don't think so. Hello there, Boltrex. Do you think the new big game mode, where capital ships might be involved, could be a multiple stage mode like Galactic Conquest in OG Battlefront, where the first phase is like the Starfighter Assault mode of OG Battlefront 2, eliminate enemies and take out specific points, and whoever win have an advantage in the next phase, where it's more like traditional Conquest? It could be the case. It could definitely be the case. I'm unsure exactly how I wouldn't mind if that's the case, but I kind of just want a straight out only on the ground non-linear game mode like Conquest that I can just grind over and over and over. And I know if there's gonna be a big Starfighter part of that game mode, I'm gonna get bored of it fairly quickly, since I don't like flying basically. But yeah, that's my hopes and guess.
My trick's gonna work on me. Only money.
Dread it, run from it, come jokes still arrive.
Please don't make me ban you, your average Thanos. Don't make me snap my fingers. Mike asked, hey Elliot, do you think Disney pushing Solo to May changed DICE roadmap given the Clone Wars content in the files? I don't think it has too much to do with that. Well, maybe they might not have. I think it probably had more to do with I think it more just had to do. Honestly, I just think they just took all the developers and put them on Battlefield. That's the easy answer, and also not a good answer, but I think that's the main reason. It's simply too little people working on the game. That's why it's taking so long. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, Matic. You're gonna say that Ben tweeted, and I don't care, because that was all irrelevant on yesterday's stream. Favorite Halo character? Oh, that's actually a good question. I mean, I played. I would say I've only played Halo 1 and 2 enough to feel like I can judge that. But I really liked the Arbiter. I thought it was a cool character, so I think I'd go with that. It was called the Arbiter. Arbiter, right? Wait, how does Arbiter? Yeah, Arbiter. What would you think if they made one generic Jedi with different Jedi skins? Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, so they wouldn't have to make so many new abilities. Maybe, but I think they would still have to like animate them. They would have to... It'd make it a little bit easier, but I'm not sure if that's the right solution, really. I'm not entirely sure. If you don't mind telling us, how much money did you make in total from the 15-hour stream? I think I said that during the stream, didn't I? I don't know right now, to be honest. I can't really easily check that, go back and check that specific day. But it was over $1,000 at least. I think at least. Maybe a little bit less. Somewhere around that. Well, before tax, then I cut half of that away. If Battlefront 2 launched with the current progression system, what state do you think the game would be at right now? Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it, because I can just dream about what state it could have been in. Yeah, it would have been in a very different situation, that's for sure. Because then they would have had skins prepared from launch, they would have made a lot more money from post-launch, they would have had more players left. Yeah, it would have been a very different situation, that's for sure. Oh, what happened? Is the game already over? Well, I think they probably deserved to win Uruguay, didn't they? At least based on the first half. Yeah, there we go, full time. Alright, GG, goodbye Portugal. Messi and Ronaldo out on the same day indeed. Do you hate the weird creepy super chats, or do you laugh on the inside? Sometimes on some of them I can laugh on the inside, but most of them I just don't like them because they're so inappropriate. You know, I have kids watching, you know, I have younger people. I prefer to not ban people who send me money. That just feels weird. They're kind to send that, but if they're just doing it to troll, I'll just send them out of here. I banned someone from Streamlabs a week ago who sent a couple of inappropriate donations. This actually helps with the throat. Oh, I saw actually it's kind of weird. I saw that G Fuel announced. At least I got an email today. I don't know if it's official. Maybe I'm leaking something right now. But I got a weird email about some new product that we're gonna have. And I did not see anything on their social media. Brand new hydration formula. Basically, it's something that does not have caffeine, but it's more made to drink after workout and for maybe for hangovers and such. I don't know. That sounds like something good to have if you're streaming very late and don't want caffeine. Oh well, I'll talk more about that when that's actually more public. Well, I was an official PR email, so it wasn't like just to me. Are you disappointed we didn't get to see that new Star Wars game at EA Play? Yeah, like, I can understand that they couldn't just go from we have nothing, we haven't even said the name, to here's gameplay, but I thought they would, the least they could have done is at least showed us some concept art. One piece of concept art is not too much to ask for, in my opinion. So yeah, it's yeah, that's what I would have hoped for. Okay, Luke also got an email for it. Good to know. that way I know I haven't leaked anything. How do you feel your anniversary stream went? Did you enjoy playing with sponsors? Something you want to do more often? Yeah, I thought the anniversary stream went great, actually. Did you enjoy playing with sponsors? Yeah, I mean, I do that quite a lot, but it was fun getting to fill up an entire server. It's fun for the sake of streaming. It's not so much fun for the gameplay because it's kind of a steamroll all the time. But I always kind of fill up a party as much as I can. Yeah. Do you still work a day job or strictly just YouTube? Just YouTube at the moment. Do I need to suck it up and buy celebration tickets so we can hang out again? Yes, do it.
Do it.
Which one of your IRL videos / streams is your favorite? Tough one. I really like the Blue Milk one because it was fun to do in such a professional environment with the guy who won MasterChef Sweden and like traveling all the way over to Västerås, well, all the way, that's like an hour away, to film that video. So I really like that one a lot. My G Fuel is in Swedish Customs. Yeah, I also have some G Fuel in Swedish Customs. I will most likely do a PS4 console stream tomorrow. Since I did have the cold today, I was a bit unsure, so I want to decide tomorrow. Like, you guys already know that I do a stream every Sunday, so I felt like it's not something I necessarily have to announce that far in advance if it's going to be PS4 or not. But it's very, and I also know that the PS4 Senate group has been running for a lot longer, which is why I was going to start with PlayStation and then I'll do Xbox when I get back from vacation. So yeah, I think if I can get the tech to work and if I don't feel worse tomorrow and I have a fever or something, the PS4 stream will happen tomorrow. Do you think we'll get skins for the reinforcement classes down the line? I think it's unlikely. Very unlikely, to be honest, because I feel like Death Troopers can't really have a skin. Wookiee Warriors, maybe. Droids can't have a skin. I don't know. I don't think so. What are your thoughts on the roadmap? I've already said that so many times now, but again, disappointed. That's the short version of it. Do you think the officer is balanced enough right now? I think it could be a little bit more nerfed. At least the point gain. A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Hello there, Apple Tard. But really, did Ronaldo say that? That's not good. When you saw the prequels, when did you see that Palpatine was the Emperor? I don't know, I was too young. I don't know if I knew that in advance or not. It seems like I found another person. His message luckily got automatically censored by Streamlabs, but it seems like we got the next target to ban. So goodbye.
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
Wait. There we go. Has been deleted. Oh, wait, no, wait. I deleted it. I didn't ban it. Oh well. If another one arrives, I'll ban him. But yeah, I don't remember when I saw it's the first time. I was what, 10 years old by that time, so I don't know if I knew. I don't remember it being a shock that Palpatine was the Emperor, to be honest. Well, we'll see. How long do you hope they keep up support and content creation versus how long do you think they will? I hope they can. I hope they will. I hope they would put in a big effort now to revive the game, kind of, now that they got a big boost after EA Play. But that doesn't seem to be the case, unless this was their safeguard roadmap and they will get more people back after Battlefield 5 is done and then ramp up the development and push things sooner in the roadmap. But it doesn't seem like they're too ambitious with this game, which is really unfortunate. But I hope they will for a long time. I am worried that it will not be any more content after Geonosis. I hope I am wrong. I did not watch that game, Levy. Unfortunately, I was in town during that. Favorite Star Wars soundtrack? I like March of the Resistance a lot, and also just the, of course, Imperial March. It's also, I don't know, I don't have one particular one that's like my super favorite. What spin-off movie would you want the most apart from Kenobi? Well, I already answered that previously, but in short, I'd love to get something with bounty hunters or
My trick's gonna work
like Palpatine overall. Thank you, David, for the super chat, the donation. It's really annoying in the... I'm actually going to take a screenshot for this to Streamlabs, because it looks fine in the... It looks fine in the donation message, but for me... I don't know, I can't show you guys, really. Can I? It's like, instead of having, you know, instead of having the little... If you write for him, he wrote your... Instead of having... Okay, I can show you here, actually. So this is how it's supposed to look in the donation message. You can see it on the screen, right? But instead it looks something like this. Like that. That's how it looks for me instead. Super annoying instead of this. Oh well. Never mind. David says, hope you're feeling okay tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, so we'll book some time off so I can try to join the PS4 Senate session if you're well enough to stream. I might even let Luke stay up late to watch. Thank you very much, dude. Are you booking some time off work to join? Dude, I really hope... if everything goes well, the first thing tomorrow morning I'm gonna do is just first of all see how I feel. Then I'm gonna see if I can get all the tech stuff to work with the PS4, so that I can properly stream, and then I'll chill for the day and stream in the evening. But yeah, I hope you are already in the PS4 Senate group. All of you in the chat right now, you should be in the PlayStation 4 Senate group. Details are in the Discord. Infarcade Xbox console stream will be probably 2 weeks after, because I will be going on vacation on next Thursday to, well, roughly a week. We're going for like a car trip with a couple of friends down to Germany and through Denmark and such. So I was like, first of all, I was like, am I gonna stress it out and do it during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday while I have a lot of other stuff planned? And then I realized, no, there is literally no reason for me to rush the stream, because since it's only a console stream, there's no rush to do it now or later. So I might as well do one now, and then I'll do one when I get back from vacation. So yeah, that's my guess. Will it be the same time as this? Yeah, after dinner tomorrow, most likely 7-8 p.m. something like that. Yeah. Let's see here. Will you be trying out Fallout 76? Probably not, to be honest. I've never played Fallout, so most likely not. Do you think we will ever get Mr. Bones into the game? I don't even know who that is. Do I want to do I even want to Google Mr. Bones? I don't even know. Probably not then. No plans for that, Matic. Hello there, Echo. Good to see you, man. Are you happy with the results of the current roadmap for Battlefront 2? No. Too stretched out. Do you look up to the US Space Force? You're gonna move over here and join. Wait, what? I'm confused. US Space Force. What is that, like NASA or I don't even know. I'm unsure.
My trick's gonna work on me. On the money.
Some of Daisy Ridley's or Emilia Clarke's cum would help the cold.
Alright, so are we actually gonna have to ban another person? Are you guys just trying to get banned here, or what are you doing? Why is there's some guy here who's using the same name? He's using other people's name, and okay, yeah, this guy's only sent that kind of. Okay, now it's time for an actual ban here. Report and.
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
There we go. It has. Now that will not happen again. Let's see here. Google US Space Force. Trump's Space Force proposal. What? Oh, really? So they're gonna make a specific military branch to have the okay, that's weird. It's kind of cool though, but also very weird.
I am the Senate.
Thank you very much, Dill Gates. Almost Bill Gates there. Dill Gates for joining the Senate. Much appreciated, my friend. Hope you will enjoy your stay. Good timing here with the Senate Q&A. Thank you for the support, Dill Gates. Yeah, I know, Wilmer, when you ban someone from giving you money. Well, if you're only sending me money and I'm not that desperate for $3 to someone to try and make my stream look bad, not worth it. Not worth it. Do you think you'd want to have a family in the far future? Definitely. Not something as a short-term goal, because I'm still very young, but definitely something I want. What voice lines would you want for Anakin and Count Dooku? For you, what quote stands out the most for both characters? I hope to just have all of these meme quotes, like twice the pride, double the fall, or I've been looking forward to this. And then Anakin, of course, like I don't like sand, or what else? As Anakin said, this is where the fun begins. That kind of things. I really want those kind of quotes, okay? Hello there, Eduardo. Good to see you. Yeah, I can't do that, Matic, but I don't get that many bad messages, so I don't think it's worth having someone do that. I might as well just ban them when they send bad donations. How do you access the Discord? Yeah, the mods will sort you out. What's your ideal price for the new heroes in Season 3? I don't know, 40,000 maybe each. 40,000 I would say, something like that. Well, ideally they'd be free, but that's like a price I feel benefits both parties. I don't know. What would you like to see in a potential Battlefront 3? I don't know, like, that's what I hoped for. I hoped there wouldn't be a Battlefront 3, but the way they've messed up this live service and the launch, so now I kind of wish there would be a Battlefront 3, where they would just take all the best things from both of these games, maybe add like Galactic Conquest, Space to Ground, and things like that, but like focus heavily on the fact that we're gonna include everything that we've had in the previous games that you guys want to make a huge game, but we'll also add some new stuff to make it worth being a new game, you know? Yeah. What two teams do you think will be in the World Cup finals? Well, I kind of need to look. Belgium is definitely one of them, but I need to look on the brackets to see which one that could actually realistically be in the same. So, alright. So from that half, I think it's gonna be Belgium. From the other half, I think it's gonna be Spain. So I think it's gonna be Spain and Belgium in the finale. Elliot looks high, blinking so frequently. Really? That's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired or something. What was your most favorite game as a kid? Probably RuneScape, I would say. RuneScape, and then Pokemon on my Game Boy was great as well. Are you going to watch The Incredibles 2? Definitely. What was the last time you get pissed off? Source for being triggered at your last sponsorship. I don't even remember. What do you mean with that? Last time I got pissed off. Can I say yesterday when the roadmap came out? Disappointed and pissed off at the EA executives, or pissed off at whoever is not giving them enough resources. I would say yesterday, actually. What is your relationship status with Jimmy? We are childhood friends, I would say. We've known each other since we were like 6 years old. Or well, he's 3 years older than me, I think. So we've been neighbors at our summer house since we were very small. So that's how we've known each other for a very long time. I have not watched the In-Betweeners. Can you name 5... Wait. Can you name 5 actors who haven't played in any Disney property? Arnold Schwarzenegger? Oh, what's it called again? Dill Gates. Give it an hour or so. It will take a little bit before before it syncs up. I'm so bad with names though. Like what? What's his name? I'm trying to figure out one guy's name who's in, like, he's been in multiple Quentin Tarantino movies. I'm so bad with actor names, so this is not a good thing. Maybe like I don't know. I can't be bothered with these kind of challenges right now. I'm so bad with names. I'm so incredibly bad with names that I can't be bothered to even try. I could easily come up with 5 actors if I would show you the faces that I'm thinking of so many actors that wait, I'll tell you the characters instead. Okay, I'll tell you all I'll tell you like the characters. Well, Sylvester Stallone I just came up with as well. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The actor who plays Dr. Schultz in Django. Django as himself. A lot of people from, like, what's it called? I was gonna say Legolas. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't freaking remember any of the. I don't remember the names. I'm so bad. Christoph Waltz, exactly. Christopher Waltz. Oh well. Do you think the 5 players in the leaderboard at the end of the match should get a fixed additional credit bonus, like 100 credits for 5th place or 500 for first? Could that be a good motivator to try and be the best on your team? Or is this feature already in the game? It kind of feels like it's almost already in the game, but I would love to if they added that as a like an actual feature where it says bling bling, it pops up like 100 credits, 200 credits. I think that would be a cool way to, especially now that you get a lot of points for playing the objective. I think that would give a lot of people incentive to actually just pick up an ion torpedo and fire on the walkers because you get so much points from it, you know? Legolas has been in Disney, yes? Orlando Bloom, yeah. Oh, Pirates. Shit. Which iteration of extraction do you prefer? This one. There are some things, I do miss the heroes a little bit, but I prefer the flow of this one more than the previous one, and the fact that you don't have to hold something down to activate it. Do you feel that the flashbang that the officer uses and the one that Leia uses should be swapped around? Yes. I've said that so many times now. I think they should be swapped around, because Leia's is worse than the officer. So it doesn't make sense that the officer has a better flash grenade than Leia has. Fully agree. If you could do a stream with someone not related at all with the gaming universe, developer, gamer, streamer, who would it be? Probably Mark Hamill or something like that. That would be really cool to just sit down and have a chat with him, because he seems to be such a cool guy. If you could do a cooking stream with someone related to the gaming universe, who would it be? Wait, a cooking stream with someone related to the gaming universe? That's a tough question. Have I skipped the question? I don't think I have. Right? Which question have I skipped? Actors, I did. Leaderboard, I did. Extraction, I did. Flashbang, I did. Yeah? No, I don't think so. I'm skipping anything. If you could do a cooking stream with someone related to the gaming universe, who would it be? I don't know. I just like to do a cooking stream with... I don't know. Tough one. Cooking stream with Gordon Ramsay. I know it's not related to the gaming universe, but it would be fun. You probably are, Senate Central. I very clearly answered it. Wanna play some words association? Wait, I don't even understand what does that mean? Words association. What does that even mean? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's just a list of words. I'm confused. Is this what you refer me with, or it could be? Except I don't know why broccoli is here. Like, you read the word and say the first that comes to mind. Okay. But I need... Okay, Star Wars... Cad Bane popped up for some reason. Cooking, Gordon Ramsay. Sweden, World Cup. Japan, my trip to Japan. Family, my sister. Work, you streaming. Animal, cat. I don't know. Season, Clone Wars. Serial, oh, the ones I haven't over there. What are they called? They're called, shit. I put the image of them popped up in my head. Nesquik. Beer. Character Rouge, sour beer. Broccoli. I don't know. I ate broccoli with salmon just before this. Color green. Prequel memes. The Senate. Football. Well, the game I just watched. Uruguay, Portugal, Germany. Get wrecked, Germany. VAR. Inconsistent. Game Changers. Award. Dice. Battlefront. Westy. Siren. James Bond. I just keep getting images in my head instead of words. Pierce Brosnan. Harry Potter. The Scar. Lord of the Rings. Aragon. Marvel Universe. Thanos. Empire. Palpatine. Revenge of the Sith. Do it. Last Jedi. For some reason Rose popped up the first thing when I said Last Jedi, because we talked about Rose earlier. But yeah. I hate how that's the first thing when I read Last Jedi was Rose popped up, just because we freaking talked about Rose earlier in the stream. Isaac, you will not. Your feelings for her have betrayed her too. Do you feel like people in the community are starting to ignore rationalize this game's balance problems now just because we're getting more Clone Wars content? PS, can we ban the dab? I would totally be up for banning the dab emoji from... It's already been eradicated from the streams. I would totally be up for doing that for the Discord as well. I don't know. I feel like, of course, I mean, I feel like after every patch, that's when people usually talk about the balancing, because then it will be like, oh, why didn't this get fixed? But I don't know. The balancing is not as bad as it's been previously, so it's not horrible right now. The balance is in a pretty decent state. What do you think of a hero being locked during a game? Wait, what do you think of a hero being locked during a game once you've played and die with him? Do you mean locked just for yourself, or locked as in no one could play with him? Locked for yourself, fine, that's okay, but I don't see why it would be locked for anyone else. I don't think that's a good idea. What are your thoughts on a system where a team can vote to ban a hero for the opposite team in Hero Showdown? We might need to have more heroes before implementing the system. I don't think it's necessary right now. If the game happens to become more competitive and they actually have more heroes and such, maybe it could be something good, but as of right now, I don't think the game is in a state just for that. Well, okay, in that case, GTH, I think that's fine. With 2 heroes coming on each side with Season 3, do you think Hero Showdown could be played in 5 rounds? Wait, isn't it already played in 5 rounds? It's first to 3, so it is 5 rounds. Or do you mean first to 5 rounds? I think that could be interesting, because that would force people to go down and pick some of the heroes that they might never pick otherwise. So... Wait, will we actually have enough heroes for that, though? Because we need 10 heroes on each side for that, don't we? And how many heroes do we have now? 14? So we're only going to have 9 heroes on each team. Is that really going to be... I don't think... Don't we need 10 heroes on each side if to have first to 5 rounds? Or am I misremembering something? Do you think we could get a Battlefront 2015 extraction map before Season 3? Yeah, I hope so. I would love to see... Actually, I would also be interested just seeing extraction on some of the maps we already have. Do you think we should get that god-awful roadmap? Well, we already did. Would you tweet EA or DICE or anyone from the devs to release it? Nope. Are Sweden going to win the World Cup? Please do. Just so we can shave Hank's head. Please. Please win. What does Hello Guido's face look like? I guess you've met him in person. I actually haven't met him in person. So I cannot describe how he looks. Because I have not met Hello Guido in person. He hasn't been able to make it to any of the events this year, unfortunately. But, yeah. What do you wish was told in the roadmap and wasn't? Well, basically, I just wish they would have had... It wasn't all the way until winter for Geonosis. But also that they had something in surprise for us, something new. Now it was basically all stuff we knew already. So maybe some more map or some new game modes. I don't know, something would have been nice. Will they ever add prequel memes emotes? I guess so. Definitely for like Grievous and Obi-Wan, and well, all four of those have such good prequel emotes. And if they wanna, especially at that point when you will be able to buy those emotes for crystals and credits, I think they should add them. They really should add them to get just to get like. People to buy them, people to use them. Wait, Anthony, Luke, Leia, Solo, Chewie, Lando, Rey, Yoda, Finn, Obi-Wan. Oh, so we do have 10 heroes. Wait, so do we have 16 heroes right now? Do we have that many heroes? Maybe we do. In that case, it could work with five rounds actually, or 9 rounds, I guess, to be more specific. But first to 5 rounds. That could work. I don't know. I thought we had 14 heroes, but I guess we actually had 16. That's pretty good. What do you think of this system for Grievous? Your default setting is 2 arms with default damage and speed. You can switch to 4 arms mode in which you move slower. Let's say you can't sprint, but you deal more damage and take less damage. I think that would be cool, but it should be limited so people can't just tank in that stance in like Hero Showdown, and then it's gonna be a standoff until the time runs out. Why in the name of Thor did you put the Q&A while Uruguay and Portugal plays in the World Cup? Because there's basically a World Cup game every single evening for the last few weeks and the coming 2 weeks almost, so it had to happen, Marcus. I'm sorry. I could have waited an hour, I guess, but I didn't want to do it too late. Can you name 2 things wrong with the question above? No, it's a valid question. It's a very valid question. Have you ever been to New Zealand? No, I have not. Do you have any Lego Star Wars? I don't have any. I don't even know where my Legos are. I think they're over at my parents' place. I don't remember how much Star Wars Lego I have, because I don't even know if I have any, to be honest, because I haven't touched my Legos for so many years. They've just been packed down in a box, you know? Do you think they need add more reinforcements for Starfighter Assault, like TIE Defender, B-Wing, Magna Guard Starfighter, Headbutter? I think it would be really cool with more reinforcements for Starfighter Assault, definitely. I'm not sure if that should be their main priority, especially with the limited team they seem to have. But if they get more staff, if they can start doing more content, then maybe, yeah. Will this be the last question of June? Nope. Not if anything. Well, this isn't a question though. Wait, how far do you think Sweden will go in the World Cup? I think we might go to quarterfinal, semifinal to the longest. Like quarterfinal, I think is realistic. Semifinal is like maybe, but I don't think we'll get further than that. Have you watched Back to the Future? If so, what parts? Any thoughts? Actually, I think I watched Back to the Future once in elementary school. It was so long ago that I honestly don't remember too much to comment on it. Don't you remember your argument about new heroes costing credits? Your main point was having 16 free is fine. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Anthony. Fair enough. Good point. I should have remembered that. Best thing about the roadmap? Well, that we have a roadmap now that they can update and add more stuff to. How often do you think the roadmap will be changed? Well, he said August, so every 1.5 months maybe, or something like that. I think so. Did we even get a roadmap? Yes, we did. Will you ever do a fan meetup in Stockholm? Most likely not. I'll probably do like last year, like if you're at Comic-Con, you can meet me. There was a surprising amount of you guys who met me at Comic-Con actually, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, I will probably not be like, oh, meet me on this place in Stockholm. But if I am at Comic-Con, which I probably will be in September, I'll probably tweet out or at least say in a video, I'll be at Comic-Con, come and meet me, or something like that. Have you ever been to Florida? Yes, I was there for Star Wars Celebration last year. Bradenton, I'm not sure what that is, but I've only been there for Orlando and Star Wars Celebration. What 2 characters do you ship? Wait, what? What 2 characters do you ship that you're ashamed to admit? What? I don't understand what you mean with that. What 2 characters do you ship? What does that even mean? Is that a typo? Or is that supposed to actually be a valid question? What 2 characters do you ship? I'm not even sure what that means. Logan Paul versus KSI, Jake Paul versus Deji. I think KSI will probably beat Logan. Deji versus Jake Paul, a little bit unsure. I think Jake Paul might win, but I'm not sure. Example, Rey and Kylo are a ship. Oh, okay. But I don't, what do you mean? What characters do you ship that you're ashamed to admit? What, like 2 characters that I wish were together and that I'm ashamed to admit, or it means which 2 characters you want to be a couple that you're ashamed to admit. I don't know. I don't think I have any 2 characters. I don't know. Who could that be? I don't know. I don't think I have a good... I don't think I have any that... Maybe Obi-Wan and Satine. But that's not something I'm ashamed to admit. I don't know. I don't think I have a good... I ship Cad Bane and Obi-Wan. Okay, I'm with Isaac here. Cad Bane and Obi-Wan, definitely. You can see some tension in between them in the Clone Wars series. Do you think Star Wars games would improve if the Star Wars license wasn't exclusively with EA, but was with multiple companies so that they were competing and each other would be under pressure to produce games that do well, instead of EA/DICE moving developers off of the game to other projects all the time? Okay, let me put it this way. I don't think Star Wars games would improve as much as you guys, or a lot of you, seem to think. I can't go into too much detail here, but knowing a lot more what goes into making Star Wars games and such, it could definitely improve. There could be some companies who are willing to put more effort and money towards them, but since they all still have to work against the same team at Lucasfilm, that makes it more troublesome. And I don't think at least that EA would get more motivated to make better Star Wars games if other people had a chance. But I think there would be some things that potentially could improve, but it could also be the LucasArts thing where they would have a lot of games that maybe wasn't very good, or a lot of games, like, don't get me wrong, LucasArts did a good job because some games they put out were good, more than we get right now, because there's like 10 games versus 2 games in 5 years. But there are issues that would come with that. There are... Well, it is very hard to make a Star Wars game, a AAA game, in this current climate, and they have done very poorly on some regards there. But if you, for instance, with the Visceral game, if you read that Kotaku article, you will see that a lot of the issue did not come down to EA just being like, screw you, Visceral, we're gonna shut this down, you know? I would really recommend reading that Kotaku article if you haven't already done that, because I don't really blame EA for that game. Well, EA is part of it, definitely, but a lot of people who worked there were also the part of it, so yeah. I don't know. I think the best thing would be, I think Lucasfilm or Disney needs to put pressure on EA to be like, you gotta make us more money, but you gotta give them the resources to make the games as good as they can be, you know? Basically. Oh, we already done 1.5 hours. Time flies. Go Sweden, Sweden 2-1 Switzerland. I hope you're right, Hazardous Red. I really hope you're right. I was really impressed with how Sweden played last game. Fantastic defense and not that bad offense either. Barry sucks, but I think it could go well. Go England. Yeah, hopefully we will face off against England in the quarterfinal. That would be quite cool, actually. Rank the films you've seen in the last 6 months or so. Last Jedi, Infinity War, Solo, Deadpool. And I've also seen... well, I'm just gonna go with the movies I've seen in the cinema. So I've seen those 4, plus... Den Blomster Tid Nu Kommer, which is... I'm not gonna leave that one outside because it's so different. It's a Swedish movie. I can't really rank it. It was a really good movie in its own way, unique from a Swedish perspective, but I can't rank it with 4 Hollywood movies. So ranking those, I'd probably go Infinity War highest. Infinity War highest, definitely. I think I'd probably put Infinity War, Deadpool. I don't know which one, Solo or Last Jedi. I think I'd go Last Jedi and then Solo. I think so. So after the roadmap revealed, after content coming in winter, do you really think there will be more stuff coming next year? Like Dennis said at EA Play, they go deep into the Clone Wars and it's just the start. My hopes are really high that we see more maps and especially heroes like Ahsoka, Padme, Django and so on. Dennis tweeted also that there will be more female heroes back at the beginning of the year. Honestly, do you think that's still the case? I still hope so, please, Dias. So what are your thoughts? I don't know, honestly. I have had a lot of faith in this game and the developers. I still have faith in the developers, but I'm slowly starting to lose faith in EA and maybe even the higher-ups at DICE. I don't know how much the higher-ups at DICE and are in decision of how to allocate resources or if that's more EA things, but I don't know. I'm losing faith on that part. So I don't know. We'll see. Where is that Hammarby jersey or shirt you promised to show? Any Sweden jerseys? I can show you that jersey right now. Actually, the Hammarby one. About the Sweden, I actually don't have a Sweden jersey. I was looking for that today when I was in town, but they had basically every place had sold out. Every place had sold out of Sweden jerseys. It's crazy. Yippee! But I can understand it with the World Cup and all, but I was hoping that people maybe would have been more prepared for that. So yeah, but here's the Hammarby shirt. Problem is, since I have a green screen, it's gonna look like crap. My name is on the back. I don't know if I should show it. Well, not that it's something I tried to hide, whatever. But I don't need to show it in... Oh wait, actually I do have another camera, so why not use the other camera? There we go. Here it is. No. Why is it turning around like that? There we go. Here it is. Hammarby jersey. will be used during the games. So yeah, back to that one. Thank you very much, JD Martins, for the super chat. What's your opinion about the solo Star Wars story? Well, if you want my full opinion, I recommend checking out my video on it. But in short, a solid Star Wars movie. Neither amazing and neither bad. Solid Star Wars movie. That's basically what I'll say. Right. What one thing do we as senators do that ticks you off that you preferred we stopped? I don't know really. That you stopped asking for console streams maybe? But that's not really a senator thing. That's like a whole channel thing. I don't know really. I don't think you guys are pretty nice. I don't have anything that ticks me off that you senators specifically do. Keep doing what you do. I don't think maybe spamming the dab emoji in the Discord chat sometimes. Like, I'm just telling you, if you want to use it, fine. If you want to spam it so the entire chat gets flooded with it, don't blame me when we remove that emoji, okay? Or when you get timed out or something like that. Because if you spam the emoji reactions, also fine. But when I have to scroll through 1,000 messages with just the dab spam, that's just annoying, okay? Because that just means it's hard for me to keep up to the chat, which means less of you guys will actually get a response to your messages, because I can't be bothered to scroll through that. Wait, is my headset dead? I can't hear anything. Wait, I need to... I had to close my door. My headset seems to be dead for some reason. Why is my headset... Wait, what if I... 1 second. What happened to my headset? Let me see if it helps to plug in the... Strange. Sometimes it acts, because you know, it turns off automatically if there's no audio for a while, but then you can usually just turn it on and off, or like touch the buttons and it works. But now it's like, what the hell's going on with the headset? We didn't hear the message either, if that helps. Oh really? No, it was only a $1 message, so it makes sense. But if you could hear the... But I couldn't hear the alert either. There we go. Now I can hear it. Perfect. So yeah, thank you, David, for the donation. Much appreciated. I just had a thought. You might want to scrub your PS4 friend list, or else viewers who aren't senators anymore will try to join your game, and current senators won't be able to join, as the PS4 group can only be 8 senators. Well, can't you guys join through that Senate group beforehand? Because, oh man, I do not want to go through and delete like 1,000 people from our friend list. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I'm simply hoping that all of you who are in the Senate group will somehow be able to join me easier or something like that. But otherwise, that's a good point. I should clear out the list completely so that only people in the Senate group can join, or you guys can get priority at least. That's a good point. Oh well, we'll see. Which are your favorite heroes / villains in Battlefront? Probably Lando and Bosk. Man, now my stomach is starting to feel weird again. Please tell me that I can hold out to the rest of the stream. It's almost over. Rank every Star Wars saga film 1 to 8 and standalones plus Clone Wars. Well, Clone Wars, I don't know how to rank that. I'd probably put Clone Wars above all standalones, if that's what you're saying. But I think I'd put episode 3 as the highest. Oh, I forgot to tweet out the Senate. You're actually right, Danger Cat. I forgot to I forgot to send a. I forgot to tweet out about the stream, but a lot of people made it in there, so it seems like the alerts, the stream alerts, luckily worked. Hello there, Liam. GTH has everyone in the community as a friend, so we can join through him. Okay, good. I can't rank it. I've done it so many times. It's like it's hard for me to. I'm gonna just see right now, as of right now, what I think. But basically, episode 3 highest up. Then I would say Revenge. Episode 5. Probably episode 4. We're only talking about the episodic ones now. The Last Jedi. Phantom Menace. I don't know if have I forgotten anyone? Oh yeah, Return of the Jedi is about Phantom Menace. And at the, from the bottom, I think the worst one. I'm not sure if I'd put The Force Awakens or Attack of the Clones in the bottom, to be honest. I really liked Attack of the Clones if you exclude all the bad stuff with Anakin and Padme. If you just talk about the Clone Wars stuff in it, I really liked that part. So I'm not quite sure, actually. Rank every Star Wars game, including the OG ones. No, I can't do that. I, first of all, have not played nearly... I've played a fraction of them all. So I cannot give them a proper rank. And I also... Just the ones I have played, I don't think it's a fair thing to rank like the old Battlefront games compared to the new Battlefront games. If I were to rank them right now, I'd rank the new ones above the old ones, definitely. But that's not fair, because the old games came out more than 10 years ago. And yeah, I don't know. That's just how it is. Do you hope we get old maps in the time we have to wait for Geonosis? Would you be annoyed if they brought back Walker Assault maps with walkers again? I would not be annoyed. I would be happy about that, definitely. I hope they can do. That's kind of what when they said that more content will be added on that roadmap. That's kind of the content I was expecting. Old maps or recycled content. I'm not expecting them to surprise us with a brand new planet or something really cool. I don't have my hopes very high for something extra to be added on that list. That will be a big surprise. Would you rather fight one AT-M6 sized Wookiee or 100 Wookiee sized AT-M6s? Dude, that's a pretty tough fight. I mean, one AT-M6 sized Wookiee would kill me, so I think I'd go for the 100. Well, the Wookiees that's still gonna be an AT-M6 that's pretty much the size as an AT-RT almost. But 100 of them. So I would die no matter which one I fought, depending on which weapons I had. But yeah. Since Battlefront lacks workers, what do you think of the idea of DICE working with modders? I really think it would bring a lot of life to the game. As much as that's a good idea in theory, I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. The things the modders do are really cool, sure. But working directly in the Frostbite engine, getting everything approved, working directly with Lucasfilm, working with producers, it's just a completely other thing. I don't think... The amount of work it would take to integrate the modders into the whole work schedule and procedure of working on an official Star Wars game would not be worth the manpower you get from that. Simple as that. In celebration of tomorrow's Man Crush Monday, I ask you this, Rurik or Olivier? I don't even know who those are. Is that Iceland, right? And that's France. I do not have any man crush, so I'm gonna skip that question. But I'm glad you like Giro. Thoughts on Battlefield 5 and any future plans with that game? Streaming, I think I'll definitely be streaming that game quite a bit. I'm not sure if I'll cover it anything in a video, because I don't feel... Maybe like one around the launch. Just like to give you my thoughts, but overall I think it's more likely that I will be streaming it instead of playing it. I mean, instead of do videos. Have you ever considered streaming some other games and play with senators, for instance PUBG custom games? Maybe at some point I'll do some more streams like that, not at the moment really. I kind of like doing those games just off stream with friends, and I don't think I'd do it with senators anyways. For instance, I don't even have access to the PUBG custom games. Favorite team in the World Cup after Sweden, of course. That's a tough one. I don't know. I don't really have like a favorite. I don't know. I saw England play and that looked really good. But just for the passion, I almost have to say Panama, because how happy they got after that 1-6 goal against England. I just thought that was so like nice to see. So yeah. Any World Cup matches you're looking forward to? Well, all of them basically. I am looking forward to Sweden's games, of course, but seeing, well, it always gets better and better usually towards the end, so I don't know. I don't have any particular game with two teams that I'm like really want to see, but I think they will all be pretty good. General thoughts about the World Cup, shocking twists, best moments. So far it's been pretty good. VAR has been a little bit of a hit and miss. So far I would say it's been a positive addition, but it has still missed some things that I don't think it should have missed. Best moments, I'd probably say there's been some really good games, like England's game was great, Sweden's game against Mexico was great. That moment when we saw that South Korea scored. I gotta show you that GIF, by the way, if you haven't seen that already. It's our team captain finding out that South Korea beat Germany with 2-0. Wait, let me put it here. Especially after the way those leaders in Germany went up and mocked our team after they beat us. This was just such a comical, and well, like I don't know, I laughed so hard when I saw this clip. This is like 60,000 upvotes on Reddit. I don't know, I just love that. I just love Granqvist is such a legend. He's fantastic in the team. And finally, rate Battlefront 2 roadmap using numbers from 1 to 10. 5. I know a lot of random questions, but I won't be there on the Q&A. I'll be on a plane. Well, you were here. You did make it somehow.
The man, the myth is live once again.
Hello there, Carven, and thank you very much for that donation, my friend. Much appreciated. Good to see you. I am live once again. It's been a lot of streams lately, and there's going to be another one tomorrow. I'm trying to kind of make up for the fact that I'll be gone for a week with probably no streams. Maybe an occasional mobile stream, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you, Carmen. Much appreciated. Making his grand entry with a donation before turning up in the chat. I agree, Isaac. I could not ask for a better captain than Granqvist. He's been great. Apparently, his wife is due during the Switzerland game. For their baby, but she said I would never ever want him to miss that game, even if I have the baby right there or something. So yeah. I know a lot of random questions, but I won't be there on the Q&A, so I wanted to put everything together. No worries, Echo. No worries, Echo. Well, I'm glad you did manage to make it into the chat. Okay, 2 more questions. Any games you're looking into that were shown at E3? Well, both Anthem and Battlefield 5 I'm obviously interested in. I'm also really interested in Death Stranding. Like, I'm not sure if it's the kind of game I don't think I want to play. Like, it doesn't look fun gameplay-wise. I don't like those kind of sneaky games, but it looks incredibly interesting from a story perspective. So I will definitely be looking at a like Death Stranding playthrough, or I will be buying it myself. I'm not quite sure yet, but Death Stranding seemed really interesting. Also, what are your general thoughts on this year's E3 and EA Play? I thought EA Play was a pretty solid lineup, to be completely honest. Not the best, not the worst of E3. There was some others that were better, but I have such a limited view on which games I'm interested in for Star Wars, for instance, so I'm not very good at judging the entire E3 thing where people are like, oh, Sony were the best, or there was some I remember everyone said that was the best one, but I barely even looked at them, to be honest, because I was busy at EA Play, and yeah, I didn't catch up too much afterwards either. But yeah, basically that's my thoughts on the E3 and EA Play overall. Do you think that will change the dates on this roadmap and a worst case scenario for them to release the content? I don't know, man. I'm hoping, but do I think they will? No. I think they just have not enough people working on the game right now. Simple as that. Do you think we'll get more content after Geonosis, or do you think this will be the end because Battlefront 1 only got new content for a year, as in DICE loses hope? I'm afraid it might end after Geonosis. After everything that's happened last year, I kind of think it's gonna end after Geonosis. I'd rather set myself up for... I'd rather, like, be pessimistic and then be happily surprised if there's something more coming. And since they haven't announced a Battlefront 3 either that they're working on or something like that, that also makes me really worried for the future. Like, if they don't announce any positive news about Battlefront, the franchise, in the next couple of months, I will seriously consider changing the name of my channel. That will not change the way I make content. I will still cover Battlefront mainly, but I cannot have a channel with a name surrounding Battlefront knowing that there is no future whatsoever for the franchise. But if they do announce a Battlefront 3 is in the work, or if they do announce they will be doing Battlefront 2 content up to the next Star Wars movie, then that's then I will continue with it, basically. Hello there, Ian. Indiana, yes, the worst part of the roadmap is that it confirms that DICE EA have problems to do real live service games. I'm now also scared for Battlefield 5 since it relies a lot on the live service Tides of War system. What do you think? Yeah, that's the thing. I thought EA would because I think they can do live service. If you look at the communication recently on the streams that are hopefully starting in August, I think that they can do it, but EA are not committing enough resources to it. And I don't understand why they would not want to prove with Battlefront 2 that they can do a proper live service, so that people will believe them for Battlefield 5. Because now it's like Battlefield 5, when they say, oh, we're going to have a great live service. Well, I don't believe you, because you didn't have a great live service on Battlefront 2, unfortunately. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Immediate future of Star Wars came in the looks bleak. However, there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel with the new games coming. What are your thoughts on the new games that are coming? Well, yeah, it's the thing. I wish... The future is pretty bright, but it could have been a lot brighter. Like, we already know when the Respawn's game is coming out next year. We know Vancouver is working on a large-scale game, and some good news came out about... I mean, an open-world Star Wars game, and some good news came out about that today regarding the kind of developers they have working on the game. But that's still far... The best thing they could do for Star Wars right now would be, in my opinion, to just say... We have screwed up with Battlefront 2, we know. We're gonna commit 100 developers to work on this live service all the way up to the 2019 new movie coming out, at least. And by that time, you're also gonna have the Respawn's game, and then maybe 2020 or something we'll get Vancouver's game. So... They need something. I feel like I don't see any reason to why they would not make Battlefront 2 content all the way up to at least Respawn's game comes out, basically. When will we roughly... The last couple of questions here. When will we roughly get the cooking videos? I was hoping for next week, but it depends on kind of the graphic designer who is making the intro for the series. I hope that it will be out next week. Otherwise, it will be when I get back from vacation. What do you think about dab? I don't want dab. Is this the last question of June? Yes, it is. Matic, you got the last question here. Now we can switch over to ending the stream with the chat questions, of course. Yeah, exactly, Ian. I'm so skeptical about... I'm so annoyed that they're not committing more resources to Battlefront 2. I hate it. I'm always afraid to say too much because I sometimes know stuff, but like I know how much the developers want this to be great. The developers want the live service to be great, but I just really think they are not getting enough resources. As simple as that. It's always been an issue with DICE. Every time they're done with a game, they butcher all the developers over to the other project to finish that in time. So my hope is that after Battlefield 5 is done in... I mean, if it's released in October, I'm guessing most developers will be done in September, that they can just dedicate a bunch of people to Battlefront 2. It still can be a good game. Like, some games have made comeback so long after launch, and I still think there's a lot of people playing this game. So if they commit a lot of developers after Battlefield 5, I still think it can be good, but I am very skeptical. And what I hate is that EA are still doing good. They have had the best year financially ever, so they have no reason to change the leadership, unfortunately. Because they're making bank on their mobile games, their FIFA games. But yeah. What was your first impression of me after meeting me in person at the Scum and Villainy Cantina? Be honest. On another note, how clutch was the G Fuel I brought? I actually didn't have the G Fuel there, because I got over the jet lag, so that initial tiredness disappeared. I actually brought the G Fuel down, but they had like this small glasses and they had no ice, so I was like, screw it, I'll just have coffee instead. But I thought first impressions of meeting you in person, you were great dude to talk to, man. You seem like a really nice person, helpful, and you yeah, that's all I can say. You seem like a great dude, and I hope I'll meet you at Star Wars Celebration as well. You always never know how people will be in person, but most of you I meet are just great people, basically, and you're definitely one of them, dude. So love your shirt, by the way. I have the same at home. Oh yeah, the good old 9-up one. Have you ever played Battlefront? Nope. Is it just because they want to capitalize on Battlefield 5's release for most money making, resulting in other games suffering? Yeah, that's definitely it. They don't want to mess up on that launch. They can't afford to mess up on that launch. I'm afraid for Battlefield 5 too, but at the same time, Battlefield is such a flagship for EA. They could also commit to... Yeah, that's the thing. I think if Battlefield 5 has a failed launch, DICE will completely lose the Star Wars license, or like they will not be allowed to work on Battlefront anymore. They will say, you cannot handle 2 AAA games. Bye bye Battlefront. Work on Battlefield only like you've always done. So that way, I want Battlefield 5 to really be a success. So then they can just be like, okay, let's put some developers back on Battlefront 2 and get that back in the right direction as well. I'm just gonna keep my expectations low for content after Geonosis, so if we get a lot of content announced, it's a big, pleasant surprise, and if not, I am not disappointed. Exactly, Anthony, that's my same thoughts. I don't expect to get anything after Geonosis. As sad as that seems, I am tired of getting let down, and I am not expecting anything after Geonosis at all. I really, really hope I'm wrong, but I don't have my hopes up. Do you want 9 and Guido to come back for Battlefront 2? No, because I know that, not because I don't want them as characters, but because I know that they basically have to remake everything from this game. The heroes work completely differently, so that's what some models and stuff, that's what they can reuse, and probably voice lines, but it will still be so much work that I think would be better put towards other heroes. Considering a fair amount of the senators play on console, I respectfully feel like you should have a different attitude towards console streams. Am I wrong? I think you are wrong, Apple Tart. I don't think I am inclined to to play on the platform you guys do. I do not know any other YouTuber or streamer who does that. Not a single person. I actually know very few YouTubers or streamers who even play with their viewers. Like, I've talked to a lot of streamers who are on the same size as me or a little bit bigger, and they are like, how can you even bother to do that with your origin list and add and delete people? They just have a very simple and fair system where they say, no, I only play with friends, I don't play with fans, unless there is an easy way to do it, like a server browser or something where you just put up the server and everyone can join. If that's the case, then they do it. But they never add them to the friend list, they never do things like that. They would never play on a different platform to play with other fans. Because it just, the amount of stress it puts on the YouTuber and streamer, and on top of the fact that it just completely blows all the requests out of proportion. I know the incredible amount of people. I know all the amount of requests I am gonna get for do it again. I missed the stream. Please do another PS4 stream. Please do another Xbox stream. So that's why I almost don't want to do it. It's just so much easier to do like they do and just say, nope, I don't play with fans, deal with it. But I don't want to do that. But I also gotta have some limit. I cannot just make please everyone. Sometimes I get an email like, please, I want to play with you. Can you add me on Origin? No, I can't. I have a lot of people watching. I can't. Until they add a server browser, some easy way for me to just say, hey, jump into this server. I cannot spend hours every day deleting people, adding people, playing on different platforms, setting everything up. It's not worth that time. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole thing. I do the best I can, but there's also a limit to what I will do. I feel like it's a lot more reasonable that if you absolutely want to play with me, that you would move over to PC than the other way around. Feel really sad for Dennis and the company. You can see how much it means to these guys, and they cannot be free to do what they want. Yeah, like every time I speak to Dennis and hear what he wants to do, I'm like, I just wish Dennis and those people had like the keys to just say, we need this. And EA would go, here you go, Dennis. Here's all the developers you need. Like, this game would be in such an amazing state if that was the case. That's all I can say. If Dennis had all the power he needed, this game, also if he had all the, if he was actually the design director of the game before the launch, I don't think we would ever have had the fiasco we had. That's for sure. Oh well. No worries, Apple Tart, no worries. So yeah, it's a shame. I think in 4K, if I ever get to do a Battlefront Update shaker, I think I would do something either with my Stormtrooper logo, but I think I'd probably lean more towards something that was like cool for everyone, and you don't need to be like a Battlefront Updates fan, because that would not be a very good business move from G Fuels. And so I was thinking maybe something with some force lighting, like a black and blue shaker with force lighting on it. It would be really hard to say that it was mine. Like you guys will all know it's the Battlefront Update shaker, but it could also work just having my Stormtrooper helmet. That could also be a realistic icon. I watched the first half of Uruguay-Portugal Echo, and I watched the highlights from Argentina-France. Yeah, I agree, Carvin. I fully agree. Sorry, Apple Tart. I cannot do that. What would you think we could expect other than the already announced stuff in the months July and August? July, probably nothing. August, that's when I think maybe we could get some reused maps or something old just to like get a little bit of content. Possibly, yeah. Do you own any Black Series helmets or lightsabers? No. I know very little about game development, but shouldn't a Star Wars game be better taken care of? Or shouldn't there be more Star Wars games than we've had so far in the recent years? I mean, it's Star Wars. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what they're doing with... I don't know why EA does not see do EA like... Why are they so... They're so only thinking about revenue. They don't seem to care about the PR at all. If they did, they would dedicate... Like... people talk about how shitty the launch of Battlefield 4 was, or how shitty the launch of Rainbow Six Siege was, and how they made a great comeback. That's what people talk about now, how the game was fantastic afterwards. They could have done the exact same thing with Battlefront 2. I mean, they still kind of can do it. But why do they not see the value in that? Why do EA not see the value in that? I just don't get that through my head. Why they don't want to look like we handle the Do they want to see every single article like EA fails with the Star Wars license? Do they want to see that? Or why are they doing this? I don't understand. Might be a bit too personal question, but do you see Dennis often aside of Game Changers events? And no, I don't. I see CJ and Guillaume more, like the occasional lunch, or like we've seen some of the movies together. Like I'm seeing Ant-Man next week with CJ, for instance. Sometimes I think well, that's mostly it. Like I sometimes have lunch with them if I have something to do over at, like, my accountant, for instance, is about 2 minutes or 5 minutes away from DICE. So whenever I go to my accountant, sometimes I just see if any of them want to grab lunch. So yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right, Carvin. I think that's probably because Battlefield is something they know how to do or something. I don't think Battlefront 2 is borderline lost yet. I think there's more players than people think, but they need to commit to it very soon. And I mean, if you look at the overall sentiment of a game, then yeah, it's probably always going to have that launch with it. But if you consider the fact that after a mediocre first game and an absolutely horrible launch, probably the worst launch I've ever seen of any game, they still sold 9-10 million copies. If they can do such a bad build-up for it and such a bad everything and still get that many sales and only lose out on 1 million sales because of that, I think it can definitely be saved. If they were willing to commit developers and money to it. They have so much overhead. They make so much money every year. They could, if they actually cared. But they don't seem to do it. Captain Phasma, you can't ask a question about will it get answered. Yes, it will. Well, they don't focus so much on skins and emotes, Appletard, in my opinion. I would have expected them to focus more on that if they want to make money, to be honest. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Ian, but I'm still gonna buy the skins, to be honest. And it sounded to me like, I think Ben said that the new heroes will probably launch with skins. So I definitely think that I'm gonna invest in those skins. And I'm thinking that by the time those stuff come out in fall, at least by the time Geonosis comes out, we'll probably know what the future of the game might look like, you know? At least I hope so. But yeah, we're actually over 2 hours already. This Q&A series get longer and longer. But I just got an invite from Hank to play Counter-Strike. They'll have to chill. But yeah, Dill Gates, I'll fix that right now for you. This does manually sync, but it hasn't synced for 1 hour and 15 minutes now, so let's see. Try now, Dill Gates. Yeah, I would love to. Star cards I honestly don't think is too important, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I would much more see things like more reinforcements, more weapons and such. Star cards I don't think are too important. We'll only have one game, they're going to bed, so not too long. Wait, Hank, why can you only play one game? Are you going up early tomorrow? If you guys are willing to wait for another 10 minutes or so while I wrap up the stream, I can definitely join you guys for some Counter-Strike. Appletard, that's a fair question. How do you feel after seeing Oh, you're working tomorrow. Okay. Well, Hank, can you guys wait for 10 minutes or something? I'll join. How do you feel after seeing the roadmap, considering Battlefront 2 is what you're making a living off? I would say I feel a little bit scared. I'll be honest and say that June was probably one of the best months financially for the channel. For a long time. Combining stream donations, ad revenue, sponsorships, things like that. So I still have a lot of savings. I'm not at all worried for like, can I pay my bills? I have a pretty good, like my economy is pretty good. I've always been good at saving, so you gotta do that as a YouTuber, really. You can't live month to month, then I wouldn't be doing that. So if my channel died one day, I could live at least a year off my savings, if not longer. Well, depending on how much noodles I eat. But it does make me very worried for the future of Battlefront updates. If I need to change my name, if there's no positive news about the Battlefront franchise within 3 or 4 months, I'd probably change name. If I change name, that would not change anything about my Battlefront coverage at all. I would still cover. The only thing is that I would change name so that other Star Wars games would easily fit into my channel. I will already cover those Star Wars games, but it would feel weird in, let's say, 2019. I have a channel called BattlefrontUpdates. I make 95% of my videos about Respawn Star Wars games and Vancouver Star Wars game, and Battlefront is not getting any new stuff. You see my point? I'd still cover Battlefront easily. I'd cover all Star Wars. My ideal situation would be I would cover all Star Wars games with news videos, and then I would stream the rest. I have no interest in making news videos about other games, like Fortnite or whatever. I'd probably stream it a little bit maybe, but I would not. I like to go in depth and be passionate about games and cover them. I don't want to read an article and then make a news video about it. And that's why I only want to cover Star Wars games from the news and in-depth part. But that's basically my thoughts. Ideally, basically, I want to keep doing what I do now. I do cover all Star Wars games equally. I really do. It's just that there hasn't been any other Star Wars games to cover, but I think there will be more next year. But streaming is something I want to do more and something I am doing more. But I still think if there is no future for the Battlefront franchise after 2018, I should change my name. As freaking hard as that would be to ditch a name I've had for 5 years, a name that I have on my like on my YouTube plaques, a name that I have on my business card, a name that I have on my email, a name that everyone knows me by. It would be incredibly hard, but I'd have to do it. I'd have to do it. I could not grow as a channel having a name of a franchise that is no longer supported, you know? If they announce Battlefront 3, fine. If they announce Battlefront 2 is going to be supported all the way through 2019, fine. But if not, I need to change my name. And I've thought so much about that. I don't know what I would change it to. I'd prefer something that hinted towards Star Wars, but was still personal. Ideally, it would be something that's even so similar to this name that people would recognize it just by the name, but it would not have Battlefront in the name. And I do not want Star Wars updates. I don't want to have Star Wars in my name. I'm still saying that things like, I think Hello Greedo has the best channel name in the Star Wars community, because it's personal. People call him Greedo. People call him Hello Greedo. It still hints towards Star Wars. It's great. The thing is, Senate updates is a bit like... The thing is, would I want to have updates in the name? That's the question. If I had something like Senate updates, Elliot updates, Mr. updates, that would make me more recognized. People could recognize me. But that would still link back to the whole news part, you know? So, but I mean, that's the thing though. I do still have, even if Battlefront dies, I still do want to cover news mainly for Star Wars games. I don't think Star Wars games are going away anytime soon. No matter how Battlefront goes. So I could still cover Star Wars games. But if I'm gonna be more of a streamer, do I want updates in my name? Or do I want a more personal name? It's tough. It's tough. Do I want Sheev in my name? It's a good meme. I would feel very uncomfortable calling myself Sheev. Like, it's... I mean, I have a company called Sheev, but that's like a name of the company. It's not me. I am not called. I am BattlefrontUpdates. I cannot be Sheev. But yeah, I gotta wrap up the stream now because I know Hank and the others are waiting for me to play Counter-Strike. But this is something we'll have plenty of time to discuss. We have months. Again, this is not going to be something I change one day, but we'll discuss this in another stream. We'll have multiple of months to think about this. It's not something that's going to happen over one day. But let's talk about this more later, guys, okay? So I appreciate all of you supporting me. We're now at 203 senators. Thank you guys very much for the support. I'll see you again. Like I said, tomorrow will be the PS4 stream if I don't feel too bad. And oh my god.
Well, here's 4AR changing their attitude. Did you ever hear the tragedy of AR the Unwise? Thanks for honest answers. Good night, man, and everyone.
Appletard with the $37 donation. Thank you so much, my friend. That is very generous of you, dude. And, well, I don't think your money to me is gonna help change EA's attitude, but I appreciate it anyways. And no worries, I always want to give you guys honest answers. That is what I always want to do, whether it's news reporting or Q&A. So honest answers have always been my motto. But yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I could actually consider doing that in 4K. I can make a specific one for you guys to suggest names, definitely, in the Discord. But thank you guys very much for watching. And as always, may the Force be with you.